Welcome back to another episode of TBR Together with Megan and Jake. This is episode 11.
I think so.
I don't check these things before we get in here. So last week we left off, we were talking about the Bodyguard. We got through essentially the first half of the book that we were talking about. We have both since finished the book.
Yes.
Obviously, it
Like
wasn't
that next day.
Yeah, it wasn't difficult to get through that one. So that means today we get to spin the wheel again and pick a new one. So we'll have to fly in here, damn it. We'll have to fill in the blank spot with a new story. But before we get into that, what are we reading?
Or catch up or what?
Catched Up? I hope it's called Catched Up.
It's called Caught Up. It's called Caught Up.
Is this book about the catcher?
No.
Oh.
She gets caught up. It's just like a baseball thing.
Yeah.
I wonder what the next one's called, because the next one's baseball too.
Aren't they all baseball?
No, they're all just.
Beware of chicken.
I get some weird audible suggestions.
That's because I've looked at that one. It's a lit RPG.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's like a cozy farming thing where dude takes over some chickens.
Oh. No, they're not all baseball. They're all just sports romance.
They're just all Chicago.
Yeah, out of Chicago. Because the first one's hockey. The second one's basketball. This one is baseball. But the next one is also baseball because it's about his brother, who is the shortstop on the same team. And then it goes back to hockey because the little goofball, Rio, he played along. That's not as exciting. That's not really baseball themed. Play along is the next one. Rewind it back, goes back to hockey, and it's a Rio, and it's like a jump forward because he was in the first book. He's not a rookie, but it's his second season, so he's still pretty young. And then the second book is the off season of the second season. This book, I think it's a couple years ahead because Ryan and Indy are like living in a house that's designed, so like a year. So he's not very old, and I'm assuming the next one takes place like the next year. So I think for Rewind It Back, it jumps a couple years. So like he's a veteran player at that point. Although I don't really know what makes you a veteran player. I don't know how many years that is. And I'm also listening to people we meet on vacation, but that's just mostly like when I go to bed. It's just like to dream of Poppy and Alex.
Yeah, because you watched the movie.
Yeah, and it was amazing. As somebody who read the book, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I wasn't overly impressed. It was fine.
I thought it was good. I liked
it. It was good enough for a. I don't know if as a movie they would quantify it as a romantic comedy or.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a rom-com.
Yeah, the first quarter was funny. There wasn't anything. Well, maybe I guess we could say there was a half, depending on wherever New Orleans landed. And then it stopped being funny. It stopped being funny after that. There was no comedy from there because they had to
be serious.
Fucking dig their heels in and take this story seriously.
Yeah. Well, that's the romance part. Yeah. Lock in.
There's not usually a definitive line. Usually they blend them together most of the time, I would say.
I thought some of the wedding stuff was funny. But well, I've been really stoked about it, and for me, it met all of my expectations, and I'm really stoked for all the next ones. I'm low-key hoping Beach Read is the next one because I'm so excited for Funny Story. I feel like I need a buffer in there to like calm me down a little bit. So
you need your least favorite in the middle.
Yeah, I also have like these really unrealistic expectations that I'm not letting go of. That there is a scene in the new release, like the special edition of Beach Read specifically. That is an airport scene, and Poppy and Alex are there. Augustus and is her name June?
Couldn't tell you. Don't know what we're talking about.
Beach Read. So Poppy and Alex are the two characters we just saw in People on
Yes.
Vacation. Then there's the two main characters from Beach Read are there. The two main characters from Funny Story, Daphne and Miles, are there. No, I lied. Just the two. Sorry, the two main characters from book read or not
book readers.
Oh my god, I can't think today. Book lovers are there. Daphne and Miles might be there too, because I think Daphne and Miles are like coming back from their honeymoon or something. But they're all in this airport scene, and Poppy is like trying to get. They're in this like huge, massive layover for all of these different flights, and Poppy decides. I mean, you watch the movie. She's a lot. She's just like always trying to have fun all the time. So she decides she's gonna like coordinate this like giant airport game. The two characters from Beach Read, their editors slash managers are the two main characters from Book Lovers. So, like when they see each other in the airport, obviously they go talk to them because like Augustus editor, Augustus or Augustus, Gus, they call him Gus. His editor is Charlie from Book Lovers. So like they're going to talk and they're just like talking about how crazy this girl is, and you just see Alex over there like, yeah, she is who she is. Gotta love her. And it's just like this really cute interaction. I think it would be really cute if they like used that kind of like scene to kind of like hard launch the next two series, but that's probably like wishful thinking. Or to like put it in the end, a funny story, and like you get to see Alex and Poppy again, and you get to see the beach reads again, and then it'll like introduce Charlie and Nora for book lovers, but that's probably like super optimistic that they would throw that in. But you know me, I love an after credit scene. Like not the big credits, like the mini credits before you get the big credits. So
yeah, you more just like the year like jump forward year 5 years later. That's what you'd rather see.
I need closure at the end of movies. I need to know that everybody's so happy a couple years down the road, or a lot of years down the road.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I know this has nothing to do with books, but The Bold Type is one of my favorite shows. And Megan, whose last name I cannot say, I always mess it up. She is out here like trying to get a Bold Type movie. She's like, well, Sex and the City did it. We should do it. We should do a Bold Type movie. And I'm like, I need you to get just like a little bit more famous, and then maybe we can have this movie. Yeah, I know. HBO.
They're not getting a movie.
I hope they do, though. I would love it. I think she's big enough, or she's getting there. I don't think she's famous enough right now. But like, if her career keeps jumping the way that it does, I think that she might be big enough to convince some people to draw in a crowd.
Just because she's in everything that you want to watch doesn't mean that she's famous.
That's probably true. I need her to win an Emmy or something.
She's really not that popular. Or, she's just there, and you want to watch it.
Yeah, I just find her.
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna be in a book movie adaptation with Penn Badgley. They're filming it right now, but there's no release date.
You?
No, not You. It's like it's supposed to be a rom-com, and they're like they hate each other.
Hilarious.
It's gonna be so
Can't wait to giggle.
I haven't read the book. I don't even know what it is, so. But I will definitely be watching it. I'm scared to read the book because I love her so much. I really want to enjoy the movie, and I know if I read the book, I probably won't. So.
Do it after.
I might.
See what all they fucked up. Because that's what they love doing.
What about you? What are you reading? You just finished your book, right?
Yeah, I finally finished The Goldfinch, and I went back and looked, and being that I had read The Bodyguard in between, it was like almost a month it took me to really get all the way through it.
It's a bigger book too, though.
But yeah, I mean it's only it's around 1,000 pages, nothing. But I was reading it and listening to it, but finally got to there. Took the time to actually make sure I got it done. Yeah.
And what are your thoughts? What do you rate it?
Well, I rated it a 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
And you were satisfied with the ending?
It was fine. I mean, they did. I mean, they didn't necessarily. There wasn't really like a. He had the painting. There wasn't any laid out like, oh, this is what I'm going to do with it. He just kind of fucking wanted it. He'd had it for so long, he just wanted it. But then once people started dying, he was like, ah, we can turn it in. So my boy Boris did the damn thing, went and made a couple mil, hooked everybody up.
This is what happens when teenage boys, or just teenagers in general, in a non fantasy world, like in a real world, are your main characters. Sometimes they just make decisions, and you're like, why are teenagers like this?
They were nearly 30 when this happened.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize they aged that much by the
They,
time the end of the book
they
happened.
were adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, it spans
It was
like
just to like take a priceless painting with zero plan or forethought as
he
to
was
what
10.
you're going to do with it.
He was 10.
Yeah. And it
An
took him,
old,
what, 20 years to barely come up with a plan?
an old man kind of told him to take it a little bit.
Yeah.
He was kind of drawn to it, and he said, nobody will miss this.
Except, in fact, everybody missed it.
Well, yeah, at that time, I don't think he didn't fully understand what it was. And dude was just kind of like, hey, it's free. He held on to it for so long, but then somebody stole it from him, and then my boy Boris snitched on him to the police, and he got a lot of reward money. And then he went and confessed his love for a girl who never loved him because Theo was a huge simp. But he was also high most of the time, so he probably never actually fully understood what was going on. He loved drugs.
That's a
So,
ooh, it's a hot take there.
Oh, he loved them.
Loved him.
He was a big drug guy. Heroin,
Can't wait-
opium,
I can't
cocaine
wait
a little
for
bit,
you to watch this movie because I feel like they might take that part out. That
a little
feels like
bit of
something
weed.
they might lose.
I don't know. Yeah, at this point, the only reason I want to watch the movie is to see how much they fucked up.
It did
Because
not do well.
no, it did terribly. The movie only came out 6 years after the book was published. So the book was published in 2013. The movie was released in 2019. Oh, that's not enough time. No, to actually get people to enjoy shit. Like don't fucking rush it that hard, especially with this type of book. Rom-com, whatever. Yeah, fucking make a movie the day it releases. I don't care. That doesn't change anything. But the style of this book, it needed more time probably to sit before they really made a movie. But it had
a TV show.
Yeah, maybe it had all the makings to actually do good. But I think with her style of writing and how descriptive everything is, that does not carry over to that. But when you have art theft, espionage, thriller, mystery type of thing, like all of the building blocks were there. They just could not figure out how to build the tower.
Yeah.
That's really all it was. I think in the movie. So I just want to see what they fucked up.
Did we watch that had art theft in it like not that long ago? Was that Hawkeye? Like that? I'm trying.
Not that long. If we watched Hawkeye, that was 4 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Sometimes I just go back and watch clips of Florence Pugh and that because she's so funny.
Oh, yeah, she wasn't that, wasn't she?
Yeah, she eats.
That was
with
years
the hot
ago.
sauce.
That's been so long ago. We haven't watched anything Marvel.
Since Agatha all along. I don't know. Oh, you shut your mouth. I know you did, and I loved it. I feel like that's fair. I personally feel like they probably could have wrapped it up a lot sooner. I just really enjoy Florence Pugh.
They're never
And
going to stop.
no, they're never gonna stop. But Florence Pugh,
Yes, I love Florence Pugh as well,
I
but
know.
she can't carry the entire franchise.
She can try though. But for me it's hard to love her so much because she does like I feel like she really loves like the horror thriller, like that kind of is where she drives. Like I will never watch Midsummer. I've seen too much about it and I just know it would give me nightmares. Like I can't watch that as much as I love her. It's just not
I don't even
for
know what
me.
happens.
I'm pretty sure she ends up like accidentally
You
joining the
you don't
cult.
you don't need to try to explain it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine. I can watch it sometime.
If you want.
If you've only seen clips of it, you don't need to try to explain the movie to
Well,
me.
I looked up what it was about, but
Okay, it's
anyway,
fine.
yeah, do love her though.
Okay,
And
so
Haley Steinfeld.
meh,
Mm,
she was fine.
I just really like her.
She's fine in Sinners.
I did not watch that though.
You will not. You
I
won't
will
like it.
really,
The movie is phenomenal, though.
I have heard that.
It's
They
just
got snubbed, I think, at the whatever the latest award show was. They didn't even get nominated
oh,
for
then that
anything.
award show obviously doesn't matter.
I think it's because the director or something. I did look into the drama a little bit. Uh, he won't join the Academy or like
Oh, is it
won't
the guild?
yeah, like won't acknowledge it. The actors get oh, I think it was a Critics' Choice, and then they got snubbed in the New York Times like best movies of 2025. It wasn't on the list, and people are like, this movie absolutely
There
should have
wasn't
been on
any.
the list.
I don't even know it came out in 2025, but I doubt there was anything that was that much better than it to keep it off of the list
Hmm.
because they'd probably rank top 50 or something, 25 to
At
50.
least 25, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I saw something that said that there's a chance that it could get the most nominations for the Oscars in a long time out of any movie.
Oh, so it must have been the Critics' Choice because that was the one that just came. But maybe if you're not in the whatever you said,
I don't
you
know.
can't get it.
Obviously, Critics' Choice doesn't matter because
I'm be honest, I didn't even know it was a thing until 2 weeks ago when everybody showed up on the red carpet.
it's fine. If not, their opinion doesn't matter. Well, let's see. I don't remember where you said you wrote down
Oh,
that we left off at page 117
because
somehow.
that's what my Kindle said. Because I bookmarked the pages. We're at the point where they, um, they're about to fully commit. They're at the ranch.
Yeah,
They're moving in,
we're gonna
and
have to
he's
try and pedal through this a little bit quicker this time
oh
too.
sorry because I talked too fast or too much.
You wanted to over-explain every single thing that happened.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
true.
we need to try and stretch this into a third episode.
No,
Like that's just a bit
we'll lock
much.
in and get this.
This book was not long enough to account for 3 hours worth of conversation.
Eh. Anyway, so we're at the point where they're at the ranch. His brother's pissed and is like, "You gotta go. You can't stay here." He's like, "Mom wants me here," and he's like, "I don't care. You can't bring your little girlfriend here." And he has the meanest quote ever, I think, that just like keeps coming back.
Oh, Hank does or Jack?
Jack is arguing with Hank about how the
Yep.
fact that Hannah has to be there,
Uh-huh.
and he calls her as un-Hollywood as she gets. And then he goes, "Have you seen my other girlfriends? Have you seen Kennedy Monroe?" And then he goes, "She's short, her teeth are crooked, she barely wears makeup," which, like, that part's not that mean. He talks about self-tanner, but then he says, "She's totally plain, unremarkable person, the epitome of ordinary." I don't think he knows Hannah's listening, but then he does follow it up with, "If you make my Hannah miserable," and she goes, "My Hannah," which was also my thought as well, because I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh
that
my."
just washes away the rest of the bullshit that he said about her. Because
No, it
at
does
this
not.
point, it's all fake. He's like, "Oh, mine."
Yeah, he's like, "My Hannah," and she's like, "My Hannah."
Like, and I get that later on, he's like, all these are great things. It's like you wouldn't talk about a woman in that way. That you think that you love and like that much, you're not going to sit there and talk that much shit to your brother about her that way.
And then I don't know when this part is. Oh, I did make a note here for all of the 3 people listening. If you've watched Wicked, it's like the part where Jonathan Bailey is like, "You're beautiful," and she's like, "Don't lie to me," and he's like, "I'm not lying, just seeing you through new eyes," which is like the nicest way to say you are still ugly, but I just appreciate you and I love you. It just sounds really sweet because Jonathan Bailey does it. and everybody is acting like it's the sweetest, most loving quote, to the point that they, like, loop it back at the end when he's the scarecrow, and Elphaba's like, "You're beautiful." He's like, "Don't lie to me."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "This is not romantic. This is mean." And that's how this feels.
It's just like,
Just so mean.
oh,
Yeah, don't get me started on that. That's a whole episode in and of itself. But then, yeah, that's what I had for that page. So they go, they're on the ranch. He basically tells his brother to fuck off, they're staying. And
yeah.
then they just like
They
wander
hate
around.
each other because of what happened to their third brother.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you do know about that, don't you? That he had a third brother. We just don't know about what happened, except that he's dead.
We know that there was a car accident and that he was there. But that's it. There are like rumors online that he was driving, and there's rumors online that there's alcohol involved, but like their company couldn't find anything else on it. So you're just like waiting for somebody to tell you the entire book what actually happened to this brother, because it's like the way
Yeah.
that the way that Hank treats Jack.
You can tell the entire family, the entire family blames him,
Yeah. Oh,
essentially.
100%. And you also get the feeling that without anybody saying in it, it's 100% his fault. Like, I assumed he was driving and they were both drunk for 90% of the book until you find out what actually happens based on the way everybody was acting.
I never assumed that, because otherwise he would have said something sooner. Yes, because if it was both of their faults and they were both drunk, like, there was no reason to hide it, except for the fact that his brother was an alcoholic who hadn't been drinking and all of a sudden was drunk.
Yeah.
And then crashed the car.
Yeah.
You would have explained it. So obviously it wasn't his fault. That was pretty easy to tell early on.
Mhm.
It was there. But also, he's also afraid to go over bridges. He won't drive over a bridge
I thought that was
because
a
of that.
wild thing to throw in.
Why?
Well, when you find out later why, that they like crashed on a bridge, but it never occurred to me that like the him not walking on bridges was related to the car accident. I just thought it was a weird
He
thing.
only walks on bridges.
Or I mean, driving over bridges, not driving over bridges. I didn't realize that was related to like the traumatic event of the car accident. I just thought this was like a weird Hollywood thing he picked up. And I was very confused why he wouldn't drive. And I was like, this has to make travel very inconvenient.
Yeah.
But Hannah just rolls with it. She's like, okay, I guess you'll walk.
Yeah, and then she just picks him back up.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. When they're staying at the ranch, though, there's only one bed.
There is only one bed. And I was very disappointed that we didn't get our one bed trope.
Yeah, they never did have soup and fuck, so
Soup. Oh.
so that kind of sucked. She refused to sleep on the bed.
She did.
And slept on the tile floor.
With a yoga mat, which, as somebody who has a yoga mat,
Yeah. Oh,
no
it's not.
shot that was comfortable.
It's probably good for the back, but that's about it.
Mm.
They do eventually end up sharing the bed.
One
And that was because, he was that when she...
Yeah, he has nightmares.
That was during the nightmare time, yeah. He has a nightmare about the crash constantly. It's all the time. So they laid there and they held each other's faces and stared at each other from inch away.
Cuddle.
And was it her or him? One of them kept saying, "Don't let me fall asleep." I think it was her.
She kept saying, "Don't let me fall asleep," because she tried to pull away a couple times, and he's like, "Don't leave yet. I need you here. I need you here." And she's like, "Okay, well, don't let me fall asleep."
Yeah.
But at that point, by the time they're in the one bed together, they're both definitely in love with each other, with one another.
Obviously.
Yeah. But
she didn't want to admit it.
No, she didn't want to admit it.
She kind of was, I guess. She kept saying in her inner monologue that she was falling for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, my favorite part is so I have the page numbers because I highlighted a lot of stuff in my Kindle here. My favorite part is we get to page 170, around 170, 180, things really start to pick up again, because every day every other day, Hannah has to walk off of the ranch to go check in at headquarters, and she just tells the family she's going for a walk, and Jack always runs out and meets her, which I think is really cute. And I'm like, how do you not know this man is in love with you? He's walking all the way out here every day just to walk you back. But okay. She walks out there one day and gets there, and her BFF, oh, what is her name? I wrote it down.
Taylor.
Taylor's just sitting in the corner crying, and it's just in pure chaos. And Glenn is in there yelling at everybody because, as a shock to no one,
Excuse me.
Taylor and Robbie break up.
Yeah. Because Robbie realizes he's made a mistake, and he loves whoever our FMC is.
Hannah. He loves Hannah. He loves her so much.
And he's known it since he got back from Spain, or since he got to Spain.
Yeah, he knew it the minute he left for Spain. And
then
he tells Hannah that.
Taylor for 3 weeks.
The entire time. I guess to try to make himself feel better, I guess.
As you should.
And then he comes back and is like, oh, I immediately knew this was a terrible mistake. Yet they kissed on camera. And then this man who gets caught kissing Taylor on camera at the client's house then proceeds to yell at Hannah like, you know, I have to watch these monitors all day long. I have to see you and Pretty Boy over here fraternizing all day. And he's like, we put cameras everywhere, Hannah, everywhere. And then he lists all of the super cute things, like Jack doing he gives her a piggyback ride in the beginning because he gets pissed when Hank yells at him and like storms off, and Hannah follows him around. We forgot to bring up the fact that Jack's biggest fear is also drowning, and Hannah immediately almost drowns like the first day she's on the ranch and loses her little safety pin. Yeah, and she doesn't wear proper shoes. And then he talks about that this man has horse tricks, to which Hannah says, why are you not in a Western? Because that's going to come back up. And then he teaches her how to do handstand, and he goes, and he stares at you when you're not looking all the time. And then in the same breath has the audacity to be like, but you can't believe he's in love with you. That's stupid. You're smarter than that. It's like, you literally just listed all of the things that show that this man is madly in love with her. And you're just going to be like, but by the way, he's not. I'm just jealous for no reason because I'm Robbie and I'm the worst.
Yeah, he says you can't be that delusional.
Mm-hmm. That somebody like him would ever love someone.
Yeah, he wouldn't like you. You've seen his girlfriends. You've seen Kennedy. You're nothing like her. You're a snaggletooth whore.
I started picturing Kennedy as like Sydney Sweeney. Like the more they described her, like that is like the girl I started to picture. Because they talk about her boobs all the time. You don't meet this character until the very end of the book, but I've heard about her boobs the entire time. So that's what I started thinking, because I feel like that's all anybody talks about with her anyway. Mind you, he's telling Hannah all of this while Taylor is standing there crying. Like he doesn't.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're just putting her on blast
at all. And Glenn has already told everybody, nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving this job unless they're in a coffin. So like, talk about really imploding your workplace. You better hope. Like he's got to think he's going to London, right? Like to implode your entire life in the office, to then have to stay and sit in it. Like he has to think he's leaving, right?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously was going to be the one to get it the entire time.
Yeah.
That was pretty certain.
Well, we knew that because it's a novel, but like to do this and justify this, he has to think he's going to leave. If he's going to blow up everybody's life and then leave. And then we find out after Robbie has his little mental breakdown that Jack's crazy little stalker's back in town.
Yeah, the corgi breeder.
The corgi lady. And she would like him to impregnate her in the spring, which I just
sooner rather than later.
But the spring is open for her, in case he was wondering.
Yeah, she's very friendly about the forced impregnation that she wants.
I didn't realize that like he didn't tell his parents at all that he had a stalker, but he
didn't tell any of them.
I just thought he meant like this time. I didn't know that he meant period, like they don't know they exist, but he's been giving his mom the sweaters that this lady knits with his face on them. He's never just been like, oh well, this is from my stalker.
I mean, he hardly talks to his family. He doesn't talk to them like that.
Yeah, that's
so why
true.
Bring it up? And he's never in town.
Yeah,
he doesn't leave his house anymore, so why bring it up at all?
Yeah,
There's no need.
that's fair.
And they're also trying to hide the fact that Hannah is there to exclusively be his bodyguard. So he can't just openly say, "Yeah, I have a stalker," because then it blows the cover partially.
Yeah, that's true. But I just think it's funny that he's had this stalker for years and years, and he's been giving the goods that she gives him, not the nudes, but just like the sweaters to his mom.
They said they're really good.
Yeah, he said
That
she's very
she does a
talented.
really good job. So why not?
Yeah.
Why not re-gift?
But then this leads into the biggest problem that they're going to have, which is the corgi lady is going to be a quote unquote menace because his mom gets sick again. I think very quickly right after this like whole interaction because Hannah's having a moment. His mom gets sick, has to go back to the hospital, and he runs in without his disguises, and they get caught. And then everybody knows Jack's in town, and he gets a picture taken with Hannah, and then all hell
And it
breaks
looks like
loose
they're making out in the hospital.
because she's trying to hide his face
Yeah, so she
with
like
her face.
pulls him in. Yeah, so everybody, all the tabloids and everything think they're making out, and people are really questioning why they're making out in a hospital, sort of thing. And then like, why is he in town? Because nobody knows. They don't know family wise or anything, that sort of stuff. But there's a group of teenage girls following them around as well at the hospital or wherever.
Yeah, and that's how the pictures get leaked. But as soon as the pictures get leaked, Corgi Lady starts listing out a manifesto of all the ways she's gonna kill Hannah. And at which point Glenn is like, "You're my surrogate daughter. The ruse is off. We're telling everybody we're coming clean. You can't be his bodyguard anymore because
Yeah,
now you're the problem.
they decided to
You're
pull her
bringing
off the
more
job.
danger. You're bringing more danger to the family. You don't want to do that." And she finds that out the second after they're one bed. I was like, God, that's a real 180 for me. That one was hard.
Yeah, that was
Because they
because that
have
was the
their
next morning when they woke up, and then they
yeah.
had the meeting.
Yeah, because they have their little one bed moment. She falls asleep. She wakes up so happy, like he is somehow like engulfed her in this twin size bed. And she's like so happy. And then her phone is just like vibrating off the table. And that's when she realizes that the jig is up. And she's like, well, I'm just going to convince myself I don't love him. And I could never love him. And that's going to go terribly.
Yeah,
I do hate a
so
third act breakup, though. I know it's a fake breakup because they're not really dating, but I still hate it.
they never really broke up,
Yeah, they just like stop being around each other.
hardly.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, so she has to tell the family. She decides to come clean and herself and tell the family with everybody. And the mom is essentially like, "What does that matter? You can just stay around. Like you're still going to be here for Thanksgiving, right?"
Yeah, she's like, just get married right now and everybody's good because mom is convinced that this
Yeah,
big announcement is their engagement.
yeah,
And when she's like, actually, we're fake dating, I've never dated him, it was all just a ruse, the mom's like, well, if you just get engaged right now, all's forgiven, it's fine. And she's like,
yeah.
I'm not dating your son. She's like, I don't care.
She's like, "I can tell. No, you're in love with him."
She's like, you guys love each other. And she's like, he's acting. He's an actor. She's like, my son's not that good of an actor. Keep trying. Like, you two love each other. And I want grandbabies. So I'm going to need you to get on that.
Yeah. And the dad was like super chill too.
Yeah.
Doc was
And then
okay.
Hank's like, yeah, I knew there was something weird going on here. But he's also like, but you do love each other. So,
Yeah.
like,
And they were
it's
kind of
fine.
like, well, Hank got pissed because he's like, "Why didn't you tell us that you had somebody stalking you, trying to kill,
Yeah.
threatening to kill you, this, that, and the other?" They kind of then they started punching each other.
Yeah. And this is when you find out that
Yeah,
really,
that's when he tells the story about Drew
yeah.
right
And
there
that,
for his family because
yeah.
Drew's final wish was for them to not know what truly happened.
Yeah, for him to basically take the blame for it was like, don't tell them I was drinking, don't tell them I was driving, like I don't want them to be disappointed in me. So he like takes the blame for all of it. And then Hannah's just sitting there like, how am I supposed to leave after this man that I'm in love with just trauma dumped on his whole family? And now I'm just supposed to get up and go home to to my house that I've never lived in because I moved all of my shit out of my old apartment because I didn't want to be Taylor's neighbor. So I'm not even going like home. I'm just going to some random house. And then she like sits there and she's like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna go," because they all storm off. Hank and Jack go on like a little walk to like reconnect as brothers. She's like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna have to leave now." And the mom is still like, "We'll see you at Thanksgiving. You're not
Yeah.
getting out of
Yeah,
this."
she just up and leaves, and as she's driving down the driveway or gets to the road, Jack comes sprinting down because he's pissed. So
Yeah, he's like,
you
"Why did you leave?"
you never told me you didn't say goodbye. She's like, well, I didn't know where you were. That was her dumb little excuse.
I know. It really pisses me off. I'm like, we know Robbie sucks. Hannah, stop listening to him. Like, this man is literally running after your car after he told everybody you're not dating. Like, he genuinely wants to do this. Stop letting Robbie's stupid little voice in your head, like, "Oh, you're not good enough." He loves you. He ran after your car.
Robbie's a big old piece of shit.
Yeah,
Never
and
listen to him. His name's
I
Robbie.
kind of wish we would have got like, I know it's not going to happen because the whole book is in Hannah's POV, but maybe just like one chapter of like Jack just terrorizing Robbie because Robbie is now his security detail all day at the house. So like, I just wanted like one little chapter, even if it was like a bonus chapter of just like Jack. Yeah, just like calling him the wrong name all day, like trying to lose him to make his job harder, like just stupid shit. Because there's no way he wouldn't have done that. Like, he hates Robbie. He hates Robbie more than Hannah does, I'm pretty sure.
But so then when she's leaving, he says, "Go on a date with me
Yeah, he does.
for reals
For
with
reals.
a Z."
And she says no, she can't because no, that's not. No, he hasn't asked her on a date yet, does he?
When would he do it?
I thought it was when she ended up coming for Thanksgiving. I don't remember now. It doesn't remember. No, it doesn't. But she basically says, I can't be around you till the corgi lady's safely behind bars." And he's like, "Fine." So he takes it as like a personal challenge. He's like, "I set up a sting." He FaceTimes her, like, yeah, I think he like FaceTimes her to convince her to come over for Thanksgiving. And she's like, "I can't come. The corgi lady is still at large. She wants me murdered." And he sets up a whole sting operation. And she's like, "It's never going to work. That's not going to work." And he's like, "Well, already did.
Already did.
She's arrested. She's back with her family."
She wasn't arrested at all.
Oh, I thought they arrested her for trespassing, and then her sister came and got her and was like, "So sorry, we're going to take her back to Florida."
I mean, they might have arrested her for a minute, but she wasn't arrested in that time. They took her.
Yeah, they took her. She's awesome. The fact that she was from Florida originally just really,
Hits the nail. Yeah.
just really top notch.
The psychotic energy of that. So then, and she ends up going to Thanksgiving, and right then you know that she's going to go there, and then it's love. But
Yeah.
who else do we find at Thanksgiving other than Kennedy,
Moreau.
who was not invited?
But
she
we don't know
just showed
that.
up.
Yeah. Also,
But prior to that,
there's a whole, yeah, prior to like when Hannah and Jack aren't allowed to talk anymore before the corgi lady's caught, they do this like weird internet thing where she like shows up at his house to surprise him, and like proposes to Jack. Kennedy does, and it cuts off before Jack answers, and Hannah's like, "Oh my God, what's he gonna say?"
she's so dumb. She thinks that he says yes.
Hannah, this entire video is staged. Even if he says yes, it's not real.
Yeah, the entire
What are we
relationship
talking
was
about?
staged, but she was truly convinced that he was always in love with Kennedy
Mm-hmm. That they were for reals.
because they wore matching sweaters on the cover of People magazine.
She brought that up so much.
She did. That was like a big deal. And he's like, that was all fake. He's like, I'd rather control the narrative than have them digging around in my actual life.
Also, it's not like People's hard-hitting journalism. I'll peruse a People magazine, but I'm not like, oh, obviously everything they say in here is 100% spot on. Like, People magazine was definitely invented for publicists to like run their own narratives in Hollywood.
It was invented for the people. Yes.
For the people.
So yeah, she's being dumb as fuck,
Mhm.
thinking that he's currently engaged to Kennedy Monroe. So then when she goes to Thanksgiving and sees her there, oh damn, his fiance's here, type shit.
Yeah, and
This you dumb bitch.
she's also, like, super upset that everybody she works with is there because she's like, "Oh, well, now, obviously, I was only invited because everybody that I work with was invited, and it's like a celebratory thing." And it's like, "No, Hannah, I'm pretty sure they invited you, and then probably were like, maybe we should invite the rest of the
Yeah,
work so she'll come."
so it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like he's in love with her when he absolutely
Yeah.
is.
And then you get a solid, felt like 10 pages worth of just Kennedy ragging on Hannah nonstop, just going in on her. Worse than anything Robbie could have said, it felt like to a certain
Yeah.
extent.
I would have taken, uh, what is it? Unremarkable person, the epitome of ordinary, over somebody looking at a group of people going, "Raise your hand if you pick Hannah over me." What psychotic behavior is that?
She looked at everybody and said, "Who wouldn't want me? Why would you want this?
Yeah, who in their right mind would pick
This."
Hannah?
And then, yes, proceeded to sit there, say, "Raise your hand if you want her over me." And then sat there in awkward silence and said, "No, really, raise your hand." Nobody said anything. She's like, "Now, come on, people, raise your hand."
And I'm sorry, the fact that she had to say it more than once for Jack to be like, "I would. I'm sorry, sir. You should have shut that
Took him,
shit down."
took Jack 3 times.
3 times. That's what I'm saying, though. The minute she stood up and said it, he should have been like, "Hey,
Yes.
Kennedy, you're not invited. Get the fuck out. This is my girlfriend. I love her." No, he waited. It went on way too long, and I don't understand why. Like,
Yes.
obviously, you're gonna try to date Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we wasting?
Well, and then after that, everybody then
Yeah.
raises their hands out of solidarity.
I was honestly expecting his mom to raise her hand first. After she says it a second time, I was like, if Jack doesn't raise his hand first, I guarantee his mom does. His mom's been trying to get them
Yeah.
engaged for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Right after she puts her hand down, well, after everybody raises their hands and Kennedy's sitting there kind of dejected, Jack tells her, "Nobody wants you here. You need to leave.
Yeah. You're uninvited.
You weren't even invited in the first place."
Yeah.
And then Hannah's like,
Hannah is drunk off moonshine at this point. She's
Yeah.
trashed and continues to get trashed. And then they have this like super heartfelt moment. They start making out. I was super
in
stoked.
front of everybody,
In front of everybody. And then they make out again.
right there with their mom looking at them.
Well, my favorite was they were making out later after everybody left and like everybody went to bed, and they're somehow awkwardly like right by his parents'
I think that
room.
the dad just kept yelling out the door,
I like that he's like, "Jack."
"Hey, I need you go clean this up."
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah, yes, sir. Called him sir.
He did
Yes,
call him
sir.
sir. I thought that was cute.
And then he'd be like, "Hey, it's not gonna do it itself, Jack." Yes, sir.
And then my favorite part was when he's like, "Jack, put that girl to bed without you." Like, tell me you know your kids right there.
Yeah.
When he's like, "Bro, I'm going to be nice about it and you're not listening. So I'm going to tell you, put that girl to bed and don't take her
Yeah.
with you."
Yeah. So then later after that, the next day or whatever, is then when he finally asks to have the date with her.
Mm-hmm.
So they set time and place. It's his house in the rental house,
Yeah.
and time, whatever, noon, who knows.
Yeah.
She walks up to the door.
Oh, can we back up just 1 second?
Sure.
This part I like loved, hated. She's like running around her house trying to get ready, and Taylor shows up and is like, "Hi. I know Robbie broke up with me and I said I didn't want to be your friend anymore, but if there's anything I could ever do to just like maybe make you like me a little bit more than you currently do, like please let me know." And she's like, "I'm gonna let her leave. I'm gonna let her leave." But then she's like, "I really need help getting ready for my date," and she's really good at this. "Actually, if you can help me find my dress and do my makeup, I will not openly hate you." Like, I won't be your friend, but I'm not gonna actively try to ruin your life. I thought that was a really sweet moment because I do feel like that happens, and I also liked that Taylor came over and was like, "This is 100% on me. I'm just dumb. I was just being a bad friend and a dumb bitch, and I'm sorry," and didn't try to blame Hannah at all, and Hannah's like, "I respect that." And she does. She gets Hannah all hot. She gets her in this slinky little red dress, slinky little shoes,
Mhm.
and then she shows up at the house.
Continue.
No, it's your turn.
Felt like you really wanted to go with that
I
one.
just really like I just love a good female friendship in a in a romance. Like, it's still important.
That wasn't a good female
Well, it's
friendship
not a good that's
whatsoever.
fair, but I still like
That
well
that she shows up to do her makeup and saves the day.
well, she doesn't save the day, but she does,
Fantastic.
like, apologize, and it is, like, a cute little moment. As, like, somebody who's had a best friend that's, like, you have a falling out for whatever reason, like, it is nice to sometimes, like, revisit that even if it's not what it used to be. It's still, like, nice. And
No,
her and Taylor are still gonna have to work together.
never talk to that bitch again. So she shows up at the house. She goes up to knock on the door. He only opens it part way
Yeah, like a teeny tiny
and
bit.
just kind of like leans out and was like, "Yeah." She says, I'm here for a date," and he's basically like, "New phone, who dis?"
Basically,
Like,
oh
"Bitch,
my
who
god.
are you? Why are you here at my house?" And she's like, "Well, we determined this," and he's like, "Well, you know that was all a lie, right? This was all fake. Like, we were doing it for the job."
This part of the book made me so mad. I was yelling at the audiobook in my car,
Yeah.
and the entire time, all I could think was, "This bitch better say ladybug." Like, he better bring it up, like, she takes wine over with her as, like,
Yeah.
again, I was like, "He better be like, 'Oh, there's a ladybug on the label, that's crazy.'" And, like,
That
cue
was
to
their
her
safe word that they determined earlier on in the book.
yeah, is there, like, code word that something's wrong, but I'm not gonna tell you,
Their
and
safe word.
yeah. Oh, is that what I didn't realize that was what it
Good
was called.
enough.
Um, and he never said it. I was so pissed. I was like, there has to be something wrong, like, somebody's hitting him on the head or something. Nope, he just is like, "I don't want you here. It was all a joke. My mom told me I was a bad actor, and
Wanted to
I
prove
had
her
to prove
wrong.
her wrong."
He says, "I got a bunch of friends inside. We're hanging out. Like, this is not the time for you to be here, you stupid slut.
Oh, he did call her
What makes
stupid
you
slut.
think that I would ever love you?"
But basically, yeah, that's exactly what he says. And then he slams her toe in the door because she's got shitty shoes on. And she tries to stop the door, and he's like, "Nope, listen, to slice your toe off. Have a great day. See you never."
Yeah, so she leaves a trail of blood as she walks down the driveway, and then the book ends.
No. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Story over.
I think I would have burned it. I
But
think I would have burned the book.
burned your phone.
I would have bought a copy of the book just
burn
to
it.
set it on fire. I
Well,
would have been so
She
mad.
still would have got your money. So she makes it so far down the driveway and obviously starts to realize, he's being stupid.
Yeah, this doesn't make any
Something's
sense.
wrong here. So she goes back. I was waiting for you to interject. You usually like to. So does she knock again, or does she just walk in? I think she just walks in. She calls Glenn first and says, "Hey, it's compromised. The house is
Oh, yeah, and
compromised."
she checks the
And
cameras, and something is off.
yeah,
She makes it back to her car, checks the cameras.
yeah,
Does she remember what he calls it? It's like a code. It was the stupid name. It was like code something. And he's like, "No, we're on a
it's
code
like
white, Hannah."
tangerine or some shit. These stupid fucking colors.
Colors are a sensitive issue.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stupid shit. They just kept making up codes for nothing.
Yeah.
Literally nothing was that serious happening at all. And they're just like, "Oh my God, we're at a code orange, code persimmon." Like you never had anything serious happening.
Until right now.
The woman sent some pictures of her titties.
Yeah.
Is that as serious as it gets? Sorry, it hit PG-13 for you guys. But so you come to find out once she gets in the house, there's a dude with a gun in there. So that was nice. This is where the book gets good. So he's ready to. You think he's there to kill Jack, but he reveals that his wife left him for Jack, even though these two people had never met before. There was nothing like that. But his wife, his name was Wilbur. I don't remember what his wife's name was. Said that Jack could provide her a better life, so he would leave. So he came to talk to Jack, and he told Jack that he's going to kill himself in front of him, so he would watch him die
Yeah.
in his house
And know that it was his fault because his wife left him. I really thought for a minute there, because they make a comment that like the corgi lady stopped taking her medicine after her divorce, and I was like, did she divorce Wilbur? Are they both crazy? And like the corgi lady has convinced him that like they're together. No, there's just a lot of crazies in the
Yeah,
world.
Wilbur revealed that he
Like mimicked her
copied her
writing.
style, sort of thing.
Well, also Hannah tries to like sneak up on them, and somehow, because she's barefoot and bleeding, when she like goes to sneak outside, she slams the door, and Wilbur just shoots at the sound. So
She gets shot in the head
she
and dies.
gets like she doesn't die, but she gets
And the
grazed.
book is over again.
She gets grazed pretty bad. So all of the time that she's like hearing Wilbur talk about, oh, I'm just gonna kill myself in front of Jack, and everybody's gonna watch me die. And she's like, well, this is what I'm actually trained to do, so I'm gonna like talk him out of this. She's doing it with like an open wound, and I really hope that that's dramatic in the movie. Like, I hope
I
that
doubt
it's
it.
like, I know it probably won't be, but I'm just like, I feel like,
He's probably gonna have like a BB gun in the movie and just
or a
shoot her.
knife, and not actually, she's not gonna be hurt in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hannah, being the superstar that she is, even though you hear from her point of view that she thinks she's terrible at everything, she's actually really good at her job, which is why she's up for a promotion. And she ends up talking Wilbur out of killing himself or anyone else. And Jack is basically pissed the entire time that Hannah's even there. He's like, I told you to leave. And she's like, yeah, and I didn't. So get over it. And he's like, but you're going to die. And she's like, nobody's dying. Stop being dramatic.
Yeah, because Jack thought that he could save her by telling her to leave.
Yeah.
Even though this is her job. He thought that he could get her out of there. But when Wilbur does show up, he showed up, I think, like 30 seconds before old girl even knocked on the door. He was basically inside, like pointing a gun at him, and then she knocked immediately.
Yeah.
And Wilbur looks at Jack and says, "Who's gonna die, you or her?" And Jack tells him, "Me."
Yeah.
You'll shoot me
immediately. And then Wilbur's like, isn't that so romantic?
Yeah, Wilbur's like, you didn't even think about it. Like, hell yeah, brother.
I just like, it's so crazy to me because it doesn't make any, like, logically it doesn't make sense, but you're also dealing with a pretty crazy individual. But just the entire fact they're like, I'm gonna murder you or your girlfriend who's gonna be, and then no hesitation, he's like, man, that's so sweet. Like, I'm so glad that, like, I'm happy to kill you now. Like, you made the correct choice.
Yep. And then they all live happily ever after.
Yeah,
and
including Wilbur.
Yeah, because then the epilogue is your favorite part of a story of all time. So the epilogue leads off with, bet you were wondering what happened to Wilbur. So
I'm gonna be like, side note, I do love an epilogue. I need to know what's happening. I love an epilogue that jumps forward a couple years too, personally. I didn't need this much about Wilbur. I would have preferred a little bit more about Jack and Hannah. But I
they
did.
gave you everything you need to know about Jack and Hannah. What are you talking about?
They have babies. Oh, they did talk about their babies. They did talk
They did.
about
Did you read the book?
Did you read the book? Yeah, they did. I forgot about that. No, you're right.
They basically went through everything that fucking happened to him.
Yeah, I did like that. But tell the people what happened to Wilbur, because I thought this was really funny.
Wilbur starts his own business after getting out of prison. He builds fancy birdhouses because that's what he finds is the greatest thing in life. And then once his divorce is finalized, he orders a cake from a grocery store or a bakery, whichever one.
Yeah, let's call her Karen.
And who?
Like his ex-wife. Because the cake says like, suck it, Karen, or something.
Yeah, she's like, oh, yeah, go fuck yourself sort of thing.
Basically.
And the baker that's making the cake audibly laughs on the phone. And so then when she sent the cake, she put her phone number in there in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And her name was Charlotte. So it was Charlotte and Wilbur. And for their wedding, Hannah sent them a copy of Charlotte's Web.
I like to picture it as the one we have for our child. That's like the big like illustrated one. I also really enjoyed that Wilbur, who held both Hannah and Jack at gunpoint, tells the whole world that him and Jack are best friends.
Yes.
Best friends.
Well, and he was advocating for stronger gun laws. He wrote a strongly worded letter to the man who sold him the gun because Wilbur stood in the store and told the man that he was going to either kill somebody or kill himself. And the dude still was like, you know what? Go for it, dude. This is America. Free will.
This is Texas.
This is America. Texas is in America.
I
in
know.
case you were wondering, that's where it is.
You know, Texas is like real willy-nilly with their guns. I don't know if
the whole country is.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So then the book ends.
But they end up having how many kids?
I
can't remember.
Don't really care.
But they have a kid, and then
Oh,
she obviously, I think she does not get the London job. Oh, because when she calls Glenn is like, if you step foot in that house without backup, you're not going to London. And she's like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Going in anyway.
Like, I don't really care.
She's like, I only care about Jack, and I don't care about your stupid job. So Robbie goes to London, and Hannah gets to stay, and then her and Jack have their little home and their family, and then they go on separate trips. He books his movies the same times that she has her like special little gigs where she guards people. And I did think it was cute that they listed all the movies that he's done throughout the duration of their relationship. The one movie he does each year. And she made him do a Western because he did all those horse tricks. He did a romance. I don't remember. Oh, he does the sequel, which is the whole reason she's there, the sequel to The Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then they have, I don't remember what their kids was, but I remember her talking about her kid. Oh, because they get steak knives from Meryl Streep, and their toddler, like, somehow gets the knife from Meryl Streep, who did not come to their wedding. She just sent the knives. I really enjoyed that little portion. They talked about their wedding a lot. But, yeah. I liked it. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was a really cute book. I thought the banter was good.
It was a good story. Yeah, I gave it 5 as well.
Yeah, I think I'll read another one of her books. Although I'm not going to read the rom-commer because Brooke told me that somebody told her the plot twist in that one is like plot twist, you have cancer and then everybody dies. So
okay, why do you need to sit here and spoil? If anybody is, whoever's listening, why do you need to just say this is how the book ends?
Well, I don't know that that's how it ends, but that's what she thinks. So I'm not going to read that one.
It doesn't sound like that's something that's necessarily you need to throw out there.
That's fair.
Doesn't feel like the right time for that.
Yeah, but I am going to read another one of her books this year. That's one on my list of things to do. Yeah, maybe around Christmas. You won't read another one of hers?
No. Don't need to.
I will. But I'm interested to see how this movie comes out. I was really excited, and now I'm really nervous. So, that's all we got. Is it time to wrap it up?
Well, we need to do this. That's why I wanted to move quicker, then you spoke an extra 20 minutes on everything instead.
Oh, we can add.
You need to select your book. We have our wheel. Yeah. We have an open section because I took the Bodyguard off. So we need to choose.
I'll pick another. I'll pick House in the Cerulean Sea.
Oh, you read that one?
No, I read the. This is the first one. I apparently read the second one in the series for TJ Clune. I read the Tea Shop one. Yes.
we'll probably end up getting this one because we just put it on here. Do you want to spin it this time, or do you want me to do it again?
You spin it because I'm not gonna be able to hold it like that. What is? Oh, by V.E. Schwab. All right, I do love a V.E. Schwab.
And as I guessed, another one of yours.
You know what? This is why I want you to spin it, so it can't be like, can't be me doing it.
Yeah, as if you could rig the
wheel.
Okay, so our next book is Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab.
You know what?
That one's a longer story, so that one probably take us longer than.
Yeah. I'll make a Rhett and Link deal for you. If I go 3 for 3 and the next book is also mine, I'll let you just fill the wheel with only your books.
Well, no, I'm not going to do that. What I would say is that we just fill the empty spot with another one of mine.
Yeah.
That's what
that would be fair.
But. And then it's 5 to 3. And then we would go back after that, depending on what it was. But yeah, okay. Right, so this week we start Fragile Threads. We have one copy on the shelf.
I'll probably buy it on Audible.
Let's just look at the library.
Because I've had that book on hold at the library for like.
This book?
Yeah, I've had this book on. I got it one time, and I didn't read it fast enough, and it got sent back. I only read the first chapter because I was reading like 4 other books at the time, so I only got like a first chapter in.
We could physically go to the library and get a copy of it as well instead of buying it again.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Maybe. We'll see.
Your money, whatever you want to.
Well, I've already spent it. It's just my credits are on there.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we'll be back next week to talk about Fragile Threads of Power.
Yep.
And maybe any other stories we might be reading.
Hopefully I'll be done with Caught Up at some point.
Catched up. Maybe be done caught up on the book.
Maybe I'll be all caught up on it.
Maybe she'll be catched up on the caught. Okay. So this was episode 11.
Thanks for joining TBR together.
Thanks for being here.